and the show don't look like cowboy boots. And that ain't rock and roll you're playing, and it sure ain't country or rhythm and blues. You're singing a song about making love to your drummer. Well, gay guitar pickers don't turn me on, and we don't all get into Donna Summer. Do you happen to know any old Hank Williams song? 'Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before. Have pity on a dinosaur. Hand me my hat, excuse me man, but where's the door? Of fun in this old hangout. We get stoned at the jukebox and stay out of fights. Now and then, light a little smoke in the truck out back. Oh, then a little old Jim Beam and we get right. And you know these flashing lights sure make me dizzy. This disco's very strange to my ear. It looks like they've turned the Longhorn into a spaceship, and I'll be leaving just as soon as I finish this beer. 'Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. Should have died out a long time before. There's a whole lot of dinosaurs. Give us our hats, excuse me man, but where is the door? Get us our hats, excuse me man, where's the door?
As we are back again here on Monster Vision for the NASCAR Heats Monster Racing League. iRacingMonsters.com 125 here at Oswego Speedway. Chubb, how you doing tonight? Are you with me, Chubb? I don't know if Chubb's with me right now.
Yeah.
There he is. Ready for another race?
Yes, sir.
Well, you won practice again.
Stunk it up in qualifying again.
Yeah, but one practice, fastest car in practice on dirt tonight and on asphalt. But he come out here and qualified 9th so far. As we're getting ready
Not
to.
good on fresh tires.
He's super quick in qualifying, though, or in practice earlier. As you can see, the practice results right there. Chubb was the only car in the 18s as he ran an 18.914. Jared Bogart, our points leader, was right there behind him with Michael Jarman was third. But we got over here to qualifying, and Douglas Stewart from H&L Racing, he comes over here from the dirt side from Monsters of Dirt. He brings his teammate, him and Blake Murray, come over here and qualify on the pole and 8th position. As Douglas Stewart proves, if you're fast, it doesn't matter asphalt or dirt. He's just fast, period. Right now, as he's carrying a lot of momentum in our monster racing leagues. Looks like you see the times there from first to last, from first to 15th. There was only 0.2 of a second off. As we get ready to go racing here, let's look at these cars as they come out here. We are live tonight on Monster Vision on YouTube and Twitch. We still need 20 more followers on our Facebook page before we can broadcast live on our NHMRL Facebook page. Let's see what we got. The lineup here. Douglas Stewart, you can tell, doesn't race a lot of asphalt. He's got him a stock Dale Earnhardt paint, but hell, if you're going to run a stock paint, you might as well run a Dale Earnhardt scheme. That's what I'm talking about. Doing it for Dale out here. Let's see if we can get a better view of some of these cars here. Douglas Stewart is starting on the pole position with Jared Mogard starting second. Jared's your points leader with your second in points. Jared and Scott Negus. Scott Negus is second in points in that familiar number 55 car. Scott's from Canada, and he's been racing with us every week. Good to see you, Scott. Mike Wheeler had the best qualifying position of the season in 4th position. Aaron Brumbelow started up front in that mini stock dirt race at the Monsters of Dirt earlier tonight and ran it all the way up to the lead for several laps. He's starting 5th here with Martin starting 6th in that 33 car. Blake Murray, Michael Jarman round out the 7th and 8th spot with Anthony Chubb Cottle and Ruben Rodas. 9th and 10th, Tyler Hurst, Samuel, Christopher Long, J.J. McRae, and Matt Wheeler round out your field here as they're getting ready to go green flag racing for 125 laps here at Oswego Speedway. It's good to see the car count get back up as we get to the short tracks. I was pretty much told the guys don't like the bigger tracks in this late model stock series. And we were getting big car counts till we got to our 2 bigger tracks, and I guess I learned my lesson. Next year it'll be a strictly short track series. Douglas Stewart's going to come out of turn 4 and take him to the lead. Him and Jared Mogard with him were in the mini stock race tonight in the Monsters of Dirt. And now they're on the front row of an asphalt race over here in the NHMRL. Green flag is out. Douglas Stewart takes them through 1 and 2 with Jared Mogard holding on to the outside line. Scott Negus trying to keep Jared Mogard to the outside as he goes to the inside. Scott Negus looking for second as that Dale Earnhardt gold number 3 goes to pull away with Douglas Stewart in the lead. Aaron Brumlow is digging on the bottom as Jared Mogard stuck to the outside. Michael Jarman is in that 5th position. Michael Jarman's up underneath Mogard. Mogard started second. He's stuck to the outside, and that might be the key of the night, is making sure you're on that bottom lane. As Michael Jarman super aggressive to the inside of Aaron Brumlow. Aaron Brumbelow, as we got one around right behind Brumbelow, is one of those Wheeler boys as he started up front and quickly fell back. And I heard somebody claim something. Let's find the other wheeler. We'll rewind it a little bit here and watch this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Is Martin Picelli is going to go to the back after that one. He claimed it right away, and that's what we ask here. Accidents happen. Just let us know what happened out there. Let me get this overlay refreshed for you guys there. Sorry about that. There we go. My fault, my fault.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
So do I have a rear end lift?
We made a few laps there. It was a few quick, exciting laps. This is a short little track, and even 4 or 5 laps there seemed like a lot of racing that was happening. As everybody, I don't see anybody's on pit road. Matt Wheeler's coming off of pit road here.
We just got 2 to go, so.
Did I switch it to 1?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go racing, boys. As Douglas Stewart's going to bring him back to the green flag here once again as the pace car is off. Lap number 6. Douglas Stewart, new member over to the Monsters of Dirt, picked up his first win a few weeks ago in the mini stock series. Now he's over here in our late model stock series leading some laps. He's the damn impressive race car driver from the H&L stable over there with Massey, Murray, and all those boys. I'm sure he's got some good spotters for this race.
We get a black clear.
He's aggressive, but he's found his way all the way up to second as he pushes hard. He's going to push Nigas high. Nigas needs to get back down as Jared Mogard has found his way back to 4th position after getting pushed all the way back to the 5th, 6th spot there on that initial start, getting stuck to the outside. Michael German is just super aggressive, and so is Mogard. Mogard makes his move to the bottom, but we have a wreck in the back. It looks like they kept on wrecking.
Lap 8. I don't understand.
Yeah, it looks like some pretty aggressive driving for lap number 8, I gotta admit. Another wheeler. 42 car just goes up in there and turns them.
Looks perfect.
Under caution, Jarman got to the inside. That caused a big mess there. They might get their positions back, but they're going to have some damaged cars because of that, I'm pretty sure. Let's check out pit lane. We do have a couple cars on pit lane right now.
We're on 2 to go, so when we come around, we'll be 1 to go.
All right. We'll let it do its thing, as I'm not sure if Blake Murray's done or not. Yeah, he might be done already. Douglas Stewart's going to be starting on that pole position from the inside, and it's going to... Michael Jarman doesn't want to get stuck to the outside here. Scott Negus has got to stick it to his bumper there to push him to the outside. Inside row, such an advantage. If these guys stay nose to tail, it's going to be hard for anybody on the outside to slide in. But luckily for the outside drivers, that doesn't quite always go down like that. And usually you find a room. And maybe if Jarman gets a good enough start, he can slide right in behind Douglas here. But I have not seen anybody make any kind of move on the outside looking like they can pass anybody equal to them anyway. Green flag's out. Douglas Stewart puts the pedal to the metal, and he is gone once again. Michael Jarman slides in there right in front of Scott Negus. Negus has to let off the pedal. That's going to give Bogart a little momentum. Scott Negus stays in the throttle. He's going to drive off into 3 and 4 with Chubb right on his bumper. Anthony Chubb Cottle is going to try to keep that door closed on Jared Bogart. Bogart stuck to the outside once again. He's one of our fastest guys in this series. He's our points leader, but the outside line is critical, man. You get it stuck out there, you lose several positions. He finally slides in the 5th, and he's going to look to the inside of Chubb there, who has to work the pedal there a little bit to get back up underneath Negus. Chubb's making the move. Chubb won last week at Rockingham. Mogard won the week before at Phoenix. Negus has a bunch of second place finishes as he settles down in the 4th. Right there behind him, Mogard takes advantage of him and jumps to the inside. While this is happening, Douglas Stewart is pulling away with a close to a full second gap already on Jarman. Douglas Stewart might come over here and snatch him a big win in the NHMRL. Side by side, Mogard's back on the bottom. He went back to 5th. Now he's up to 3rd. Aaron Brumbelow is holding it tight on the bottom. He looks to go down on Chubb. Chubb jumps down in front of him and blocks that run. He gets on the outside, Chubb on the inside. That's 3rd and 4th. Chubb finally secures that 4th spot as Negus has now got to hold off Aaron Brumbelow. Aaron Brumbelow in that familiar number 01 is looking to push by. He's got Samuel right on his bumper. Samuel Boysonet. I know I'm killing that name with Tyler Hurst and J.J. McRae 8th and 9th. Martin Picelli had some issues earlier, and he's in 10th position with Christopher Long right behind him. Douglas Stewart still pulling away as Michael Jarman. He's been up front all season, but it's hard for him to put together a full race so far in the NHMRL. Maybe tonight's tonight. Jared Mogard settling into 3rd, and he's trying to make a run as the front 2 cars look really quick right now, as Mogard's almost a second and a half behind with Anthony Chubb Cottle right there on his bumper. Aaron Brumbelow looks like he's got a little left front damage. That might be the reason he's just a tick off here as Samuel pushes to the inside with Negus right behind him. Negus is falling as he's got to get into a groove and start moving back to the front as he's battling for this championship with just this race and the 5 Flags race next week wraps it up. As always in the Monster Racing League, though, the final race of the season is always double points. So that 5 Flags race could be huge if we have a bunch of cars show up. Scott Negus still needs to stay in touch with Jared Mogard tonight, though. That Dale Earnhardt replica up there up front is Douglas Stewart. Like I said, man, my boy's just a race car driver. H&L's got him running up front, running really strong. Talking about the points, we got a Jared Mogard running in 3rd position right now. He is 15 points ahead of Scott Negus, who's running in 6th. Anthony Chubb Cottle is 3rd in the points with Michael Jarman 4th, and Ruben Rodas is running top 5 in the points. As we ain't talked about Ruben tonight, he's in a new paint job there, a black hot rod. He's got a little damage. Looked like he got took out a little earlier. As Ruben's running 13th, lucky number 13th. But Ruben's been getting a lot of seat time in the NHMRL this season. He's getting better and better. A top 5 points position would definitely be a good thing for Ruben. As Douglas is pulling away, it looks like he's got a 1.2 second lead on Mogard as Mogard gets around Jarman. He's got something to say to Mogard, or to Jarman, but we don't know. We didn't hear it. Anthony Chubb Cottle's looking at Jarman's rear bumper there. Chubb's looking really quick as he's got that momentum from Rockingham last week. We're 26 of 125 in. Let's look at this rundown between Mogard and Stewart. Mogard's been quicker 3 of the last 5 laps, but not a whole lot faster. Looks like 2/10 that last lap as he gained quite a bit. Mogard's a really experienced asphalt racer. Let's see as he's pulling away from Jarman every lap right here. Let's look at the difference between Jarman and Chubb. Jarman's been faster the last 2 laps after Chubb was faster 3 laps before that. Negus and Chubb look like they're running about the same laps as Negus and McRae. Yellow flags out. So what happened here? We got a wheeler and a burn.
Bad.
Let's check this out here. Blake Murray kind of came up in front of him, parked it a little bit. He's gonna let them boys race on.
What y'all doing?
You're doing 78.
Douglas Stewart's led every lap so far. I don't think he's pitted either. 33 and 125. Chubb, you gonna pit this race? Or you gonna need to?
I don't know. I might have some damage. I don't know from that wreck.
What about gas? Is it a full?
I think we're all right on gas.
So Douglas Stewart could lead every lap and stay out this whole race, as he is your leader. He's your pole sitter, your leader, and your dominator of this race so far. But in these asphalt races, a whole lot can change. Set of tires, who knows, anything can change it. But right now, if these guys stay out, stay clean and green, they could go this full 125. Douglas Stewart's the leader. Jared Mogard, your points leader. Second, Anthony Chubb Cottle and Michael Jarman, third and fourth. It's Scott Negus, fifth. That's 4 of your top 5 cars in the points positions right there. Is it 1 to go, Chubb?
Yeah.
1 lap to go. We got 90 left in this little bull ring here at Oswego. We got 35 completed, 125 to go. Coming out of turn 4 once again, Douglas Stewart. Green flags out. This is when the action really can happen. Is when you really mess up a car here. As it's tight, real tight as they go around, Mogard around, and bam, Tyler Hurst nails him. We were watching it live. That was a...
My car hit that bump push bad.
Bromelo, your nose is all messed up.
Yeah,
As Anthony Chubb Cottle goes in there and turns around, our points leader, the top 3 in points, all involved in that. Luckily, we got a quick fix. That's not going to be good for Mogard. But if anybody can race back from it, he can. It wasn't on purpose, but he still took the man out. He gets a UL. Chubb, what happened there? You just a little bounce?
There's a bad bump there, and I hit it and it pushed up.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, and it's definitely happened to you on the other side many, many times.
Yep.
If we can't get any better views of this, while we wait to go back to green here, we'll watch what Chubb was talking about here. Let's watch it from this end car. Do what?
I said there's a couple of us pitting.
Cool. So he goes off in the corner here underneath Jarman, and you see it. He's got it cranked to the left. It makes a little jump up the track and takes out Mogard. These two guys race each other clean, and racing each other for years. Definitely nothing on purpose. That's why you didn't hear Mogard say much. Because these guys usually race real hard, real close, and sometimes that kind of stuff happens. Douglas Stewart still our leader. He's led the first 38 laps, about to lead lap number 39. 78 car at JJ McCrae's up 13 spots up to the third position. Good run for him. Scott Negus, man, you're not going to see him push the issue this early in the race. He'll give you the position. You push him too hard, he's not going to try to wreck his hot rod this early in the race. He's a really good, clean, safe driver. We really like seeing Scott out here every week. Got a little damage out front. Looks like we're getting ready, lined up, getting ready to do this once again. And Douglas Stewart, Michael Jarman, JJ McCrae, and Scott Negus with Samuel.
You've been dive bombing me every freaking restart.
Go around by low. Go around by low.
Chris, I don't think he's got no brakes anyway.
You ain't very right, are you?
Once again, we got a little arguing in the back, but they need to know the shows in the front. Keep it clean, green. Whoa.
So I guess somebody else ain't got no brakes.
You got one to go or what?
It's delayed.
What is going on?
Scott Negus, they were all racing back around to catch up to the pace truck.
I mean, I was in sixth place and everybody was going pretty fast, and then somebody in the front just brake checked and
Throw the caution if we...
didn't do nothing.
It's still delayed.
Okay, keep it delayed for me. I'm looking at something real quick.
It had something to do with all the cars stopping in front of us.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Yeah, guys, we need to keep up with the pace truck. I don't care what iRacing's telling you. Keep up with the pace truck. We'll clear blacks if needed. That was really crappy. Hopefully everybody gets their spots back.
I got a black flag. We're entering a closed pitch, John. I don't know if you're clear. Thank you.
That was definitely some weird yellow flag action there.
Yeah, I think our second in points there is taking one on the chin. He definitely wasn't at fault there, and he had to go get his car fixed. He's going to be starting in the back. He took the worst of all that after the caution came out. I'm not sure what happened. I was watching the replay and the comeback on, and the cars are racing around to catch the pace truck. They need to stay with the pace truck the whole time. Sometimes iRacing gives them a little messed up instructions, but here we go. Green flag racing once again. Douglas Stewart's led your first 44 laps. Can he lead the final 81? Douglas Stewart takes that green flag. He has not pitted yet. Many cars behind him have. Michael Jarman went to make the move back down to the bottom underneath him, but couldn't quite clear. Let me tell you, Douglas, if you're somebody that shows you their bumper underneath, you might want to respect it. Michael Jarman's super aggressive, but it doesn't matter how aggressive you are if the guy in front of you drives away. J.J. McCray settling in the third spot with Tyler Hurst fourth, Samuel fifth, and Jared Mogard back up to sixth after that accident. Aaron Brumlow sitting there in seventh position. We'll just let you ride along and listen to these guys and watch these guys. Anthony Joe Cottle's back around with Scott Negus. These two definitely didn't need that at the back of the field. Let's see what just happened there. These two guys already had enough issues tonight. They really needed to just run it to the front together.
Chubb, did I do something there, or?
Oh. Which car were you? I don't even know.
A black one right in front of you. I was running my way. I don't know what happened.
I probably just got a good run and hit you just a little bit. Probably my fault.
No, you're good. I just wasn't sure if I did something or not. No, you're good.
That Chubb's running right there. He gets a good run on Rodas, and then Scott gets into him. Scott's going to take some damage there. I know Scott's getting really frustrated right now. Ruben Rodas, this wasn't getting through the corner quite as quick as Chubb there. Chubb got in his bumper, didn't turn him, but then they all piled up behind Chubb as we will race on.
Anybody know which button on your keyboard would show the black box down in the bottom right corner? Turn mine off by mistake. I got the F1. Teeny AFK 15.
51 and 25. Douglas Stewart's the one thing constant out front with Michael Jarman having the run of his season so far. Sitting there in that second spot trying to figure out a way to run the speeds of Douglas Stewart in between all these cautions. We're going to see guys coming up through this field with tires soon. Christopher Long sitting there in sixth with all this carnage. He's found his way up. 33 of Martin. He had a little EOL earlier. He's back up to 8th position. There's Ruben. Blake Murray still in this race with Matt Wheeler. Anthony Chubb Cottle had a heck of a race last week and won the race. He's a little bit more of a struggle tonight after his 4th place mini stock finish earlier tonight at Monsters of Dirt. One of about 5 or 6 guys who did the double tonight. Looks like the pace truck's ready to turn in as Douglas Stewart is ready to bring us to the green flag once again. Douglas still has not pitted. He's on 52 and 125, and he could possibly win this race without ever pitting as quick as he is. And as little as he's using these tires, he's only getting 3 to 5 lap runs on these tires before we get the yellow flag back out. This is a demanding little short track. As Douglas takes him to the green flag, Jarman easily pulls into second. That's critical. Tyler Hurst is now stuck on the outside with J.J. McCray. Yes, you can hear my voice as the guys in the back are still wrecking each other. Let's see what happened this time. Ooh, it looks like Blake Murray might have done that himself. Oh, Blake Murray hits the wall and turns it around. That's going to be on him. Jarman takes it to pit road. That's a big time surprise as Jarman's going to go get him some tires. I don't know if that's a good move or not because he's going to have to come back up through this field. he might have just quit. I don't know. Let's see, where's Jarman at? There's Jarman coming back off the pits there. Like he's gonna go back in one more time. Changing some tires here.
John, who was that on?
From my screen, you hooked the wall and it just spun you around.
Ain't no way.
I'll look at it again.
Wheeler was the one that was right behind him.
Yeah, no Wheeler's behind him, but it looked like that was weird. It looked like he we'll look at it one more time here. Yeah, it's strange. It's like you hit Wheeler, and when you hit Wheeler, Blake Murray's car just turns around, but there was about 3 or 4 foot between his car and your guys' car, so I don't know what happened there. I'm sure Blake Murray feels like he got crashed, and I would too if I was in that position. Maybe he did, but it didn't show up on iRace, and there was a huge gap between those two guys. Green flag's out. The 78 stuck on the outside. Tyler Hurst doing everything he could to hold him out there, but he's not going to be able to. McRae's up 14 spots. He's up. Needs one more spot to run it from 15th to 1st. That 78 car is fast, and he's probably got a little newer tires than Douglas Stewart, but I'm not going to say for sure that he got tires tonight. That's not a positive. I have to check into that. He's running there, coming off his... Going down to 3 and 4, he had to run on Douglas. Douglas shuts the door. That 78 car is looking like he might be the best car on the track right now. With Tyler Hurst right there in 3rd and Mogard in 4th. That 78 of J.J. McRae is looking to make a move as we enter the second half of this race here in a few laps. We're coming to 60 complete. About to start lap 61. He's led them all. He is fast in that Dale Earnhardt number 3. Douglas Stewart leads lap number 60. Let's ride with J.J. McRae as he tries to run down Douglas Stewart. We're coming to 61 complete. We're about to start lap 62. This is the last lap of the first half of the race. We're about to enter the second half of the race. Douglas Stewart's dominated and won the first half, but the most important one is that final lap. Douglas Stewart's car still looks really secure out there, even on them 62 lap tires. He's getting a good run in the corner and drive off. There's not much room to get up underneath him here. Tyler Hurst is watching this show from a little farther back in 3rd with Mogard right on his bumper. Martin Pacelli's sit back in the 5th position with Anthony Chubb-Cottle in 6th and Scott Negus in 7th. J.J. McRae's right behind Douglas Stewart. Douglas Stewart's trying not to look in the mirror and trying to look forward. 65 and 125. We got 60 laps to go. McRae's all the way up to his bumper. He looks, but he doesn't touch. Excuse me. Douglas Stewart rubs that wall. That's how low as he's running. This is 78's right there with him. 78's trying to keep him honest as we got a yellow flag out. Christopher Long said something. It looked like he was a little slower here. "31's driving up in here. He drives it and just turns him around. That's... Can't do that, Sam." Excuse me. As Sam is given his EOL, he'll move to the back and race his way back up. Good thing for him, it's a smaller field and there's still 55 laps to go. Looks like Blake Murray's getting one of his laps back. Blues out of the race. Dang. So right now we only have 13 cars still in this race. Let's see. Rumbleau's one lap down. They said he was out. I don't know.
Yeah, he left.
He left. Oh, that's a shame. Probably already used his quick fix and had him enough of this show. We'll see you on Thursday. Hopefully Brumbelow for 5 flags. You know, we're pretty quick there. You should have a good show there if you do make the show. Do show up. Looks like we're going to come to 1 to go with 55 laps to go. Ace trucks off. Douglas Stewart's going to bring him back to the green flag. He's done this probably 10 times tonight. He's going to do it one more time with J.J. McRae on the outside. Can Tyler Hurst get to the bumper of the 3 car here and force that 78 to the outside? 78 sure hopes not. The outside lane's so dangerous. Tyler Hurst lets him in. 78 is in. Mogar's stuck to the outside. Now let's see how many positions Mogar's going to lose before he can get down. As Martin Pacelli takes advantage of him, and he's down to the bottom. Here comes Chubb. Can Chubb, Anthony Cottle, he's going to get up underneath Mogard here. Mogar's going to fall back to the outside of the top 6 here. As Anthony Chubb Cottle passes for 5th. We got Scott Negus second in points, looking to fill that gap and pass the leader points right here. Scott gets up underneath Jared Mogard. He's looking to the inside of Anthony Chubb Cottle, who is 4th in the points as Scott Negus is making his move. His car looks really clean and green right now, and it looks like he's ready to drive his way forward in that 55 car. Douglas Stewart still out front with a 78 car right there in second, right on his bumper. We got Tyler Hurst in third, a couple car lengths back with Martin Pacelli. The same thing, about 2 car lengths back from Tyler. Then you got Scott Negus as he's going to try to make his run to the front. 50 laps to go here at Oswego. J.J. McRae looks to the inside of the 3 car. He couldn't quite make the run there as the 3 shut the door while they're battling it out, and the 3's running a little different line to keep 78 back there. Tyler Hurst has ran it right back up to the 78's bumper. It's Douglas, J.J., and Tyler 1, 2, 3 with Martin coming at full speed with Scott Negus. Scott Negus looks like he's got another gear right now as he's in 5th and he's charging. Their winner Winner of your last two races, Anthony Chubb Cottle and Jared Mogard in 6th and 7th. 7th's definitely not what Mogard wanted. He's always better than that. Let's see what happens here towards the end of this race. The 78's around a 3. I didn't even notice that. Let's watch this pass for the lead here. J.J. McCray is going to take over the lead. Douglas keeps it high wide on the outside. That's going to let McCray have the bottom. McCray down on the inside, and he's going to slide up. Touch Douglas. That's going to give Hurst the spot. Hurst gives him a little bit of fender there, too, as he takes over second spot. Douglas goes to first or third on that one lap as he's dominated this race, but him old tires are maybe hampering him. He's not running quite quick enough to run back up through the field now, as they're going to pull away from him a little bit here. Tyler Hurst has had a hell of a run. He's up 9 spots, but J.J. McCray up 15. 81 laps completed, make it 82 when they see the flagman. We're about to start lap number 83 of 125. This is iRacingMonsters.com. 125 at Oswego. Every race, it seems like Anthony Chubb Cottle and Ruben Rodas are running around each other, as Negus, Mogard, and all of them are losing a ton of ground here. I'm not sure what just happened.
DQ.
Oh no.
That's 3 times I let off so I wouldn't wreck you.
Man, that's stupid.
John, can I get at you?
Clear black.
Lucky dog outside.
There's 4 cars almost incidented out. Mike Wheeler, Scott Negus, Robin Rodas, and Blake Murray all have 18. Yeah.
Drove you all the way down to the wall.
John, if you want to call that on me, you can, but there's a damn wiggle room.
No, I'm saying he drove. It looked like he drove you all the way down to the wall.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't nothing to do there. He obviously didn't sit far below and didn't get it done.
No. Caution lights is still on that Samuel guy. Samuel, the one that just got wrecked. He's probably out of it. Yeah, he's 2 laps down. I'd say he's quit the race.
excuse me, 10 laps to go. As we're back with you, we've seen a lot of racing out here. Douglas Stewart has been pulling away. He's looking good and strong out here with Blake Murray second. His teammate from H&L, they went 1, 2, 3. H&L did with Jamie Massey winning the mini stock race earlier. Two of the H&L cars come over here and unload their late model stocks, and they're running 1, 2. Blake Murray had a lot of bad luck early in this event, but it shows if you stick with it, and there's that much carnage in a short track race, you never know. You can find yourself back up there. Scott Negus charged to the front a little while ago. It looked like he was going to have a car for the win, and he got caught up in some unfortunate action earlier. Got into a pretty good accident, but now he's raced back up to the third. Problem is him, Blake Murray, another incident or two, they might be out of the race, so they got to race super clean as Blake is trying to hold on to that second position. And above all, hold off Scott Negus so his teammate can drive away with the win. Right there, it looked like Negus had to run, but Blake Murray shut the door once again. Scott's one of the cleanest drivers we got in NHMRL. He's not going to turn Blake Murray, but he'll definitely hope that Blake Murray will respect him if he gets up underneath him. Blake touches the wall there. Scott looks to drive up underneath. Scott's making a move for second. Blake Murray comes down, gonna pinch him, trying to hold him tight. He's gonna try to lose as little position as possible here because Martin could fill up that hole behind him. Can Blake hold on to that line? I don't know. As they come through the corners, door to door, banging. If they hit, they could both be out at any point. One of those cars could disappear with the incident limit. Blake Murray needs to hold him off as long as possible to give his teammate Douglas as big advantage as possible, as Douglas has got a 1 second lead. They might be team driving, but that's the name of the game here right now. There's nothing against that. As Blake Murray's driving the wheels off of that thing to hold Negus back. They touch. Oh, man. Somebody could have disappeared right there. Blake Murray is trying to hold off the field. I think his teammates got the win, so Blake's just trying everything he can do to hold on to second spot now. He's pinching these guys down low, pushing their buttons. Negus, a lot of guys would probably just turn them right now, but not Negus. Negus is going to drive them good and clean. But here comes Tyler Hurst. Tyler Hurst is right up on the bumper of Negus. 2 laps to go. Why we talk about that? That gold number 3 Dale Earnhardt replica of Douglas Stewart's driving away. He's coming to the white flag. Scott Negus settles back into third. Now he's just hoping for a good finish here. Douglas Stewart takes the white flag. Negus to the inside of Blake Murray. They make a little contact there. Douglas Stewart's going to come off turn 4, take his first NHMRL win. Scott Negus comes down the front straightaway. Second place for Negus, third place for Murray, fourth place for Hurst, fifth place for Martin. Good run, guys. Douglas Stewart, jump into Monsters of Dirt Discord and I'll give you an interview real quick. As Douglas Stewart has picked up his first NHMRL win to go with his first Monsters of Dirt win earlier this season. He's had a hell of a welcoming party to the Monster Racing Leagues. Give us a burnout. This is asphalt. Okay, never mind. Douglas Stewart takes the win. And impressive fashion here. That dude's really quick, new to the league, and gotta keep his teammates honest. He's definitely fast. Douglas Stewart, you went out there, showed up out here in these late model stocks. We don't see you often over here. You showed up, showed out, got the pole, dominated this race. Looked like at one point they had the tires and you didn't, and it didn't look good for you, but you were able to come back through the field, take the lead, and from there you just drove away. How'd you do it tonight, Douglas?
Aha! This is another one of them I couldn't tell you moments, I'll be honest with you. No, I mean, we don't run much asphalt at H&L, but, when we do, we all work together with it. And on this one, me and Blake come in here. Jamie, he didn't feel too well, so he ended up sitting this one out. But yeah, man, I mean, practice. Me and Blake were talking, and he's like, "Man, I don't know. I feel like we could shift a little." And I was like, I mean, so I tried it, and I thought it was working, and then I was like, yeah, let's try it and qualify. And don't know. I shifted, and because I'm not good with the brake pedal, I make it get too loose or push or something every time. So here with the way the track is, I mean, it's around the wall on the inside. If you can hit it, you're fast. And I was able to downshift instead of use the brake and let the car slow down itself enough to keep it turned around the bottom, and it seemed to work pretty good.
Hell yeah. Well, the bottom was definitely where it was at. You didn't want to get stuck to the outside. Whoever did would lose 3 or 4 spots on the start. So it was definitely an advantage for Blake Murray to have you leading the race and him in second. I'm sure y'all were communicating a little bit there on them starts. That helped him a lot to slide in behind you. And he was able to race all the other guys, especially Scott Negus, really hard there at the end and let you pull away. I know earlier tonight, Jamie Massey was a little fired up over the team racing thing, but hey, on asphalt, team racing's where it's at. I mean, sometimes you need that teammate to kind of race another guy hard. And I think you would have pulled away anyway, but he raced Negus real clean and gave you a good advantage there at the end and cleared you out for the win. But once again, Douglas, man, it's good having you in the league. I should say leagues, as you're now a winner in both the NHMRL and the Monsters of Dirt. So good job. Now you just got championships in your future to win, buddy. So hopefully we'll see you there. You want to thank any sponsors, anybody, before we get out of here?
I just want to thank H&L. I don't know what kind of sponsors we brought on right now. I have to give it Jamie a check. I've been a little, missing out on some stuff. I work too much, but yeah, I've been able to make time to run these leagues, and we all work together. I mean, iRacing is a team effort. If you get with a group of guys, I mean, you can be fast, especially if you all work together. I mean, it's a night and day difference when I run, just with a group of friends, and we kind of didn't share no info. We was just doing it for the fun of it. I mean, I would have come in this race and probably run dead last the entire time, not gonna lie. But I mean, yeah, just H&L and everybody over there, they help out a tremendous amount. And you for hosting all these and doing the broadcast you do, make it worth it where I can go back and watch my mistakes and try to get better each time.
Hell yeah. Well, Douglas, we got our season finale's Thursday at Five Flags, and that's a fun track. And I think you do pretty good there. So hopefully we see you over there. We race at 8:15 Eastern Thursday night as we wrap up the season in these late model stocks. Once again, Douglas, good run, man. You're definitely putting your stamp on the league. Appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, take care. Chubb, not as good a run as you had in dirt, but as we race as many as we race, you're gonna have good ones and bad ones, right?
You're right.
Right. All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you Thursday night. Let's call it a night. Later, guys.
Later.